Moving on, Haiti, here we come. That's the latest after Interior CS Kindiki appeared before members of the National Assembly Security Committee. According to the CS, the government will proceed with preparations to deploy Kenya police officers to Haiti despite a high court order stopping the process. The CS acknowledged the court's order, explaining that it does not stop the preparations from the multinational security support mission. As Brenda Zeda now reports, MPs have questioned why the government wants to deploy the officers to Haiti, yet the security situation in the country is just as wanting.
For the last few weeks, the government has been on the receiving end from Kenyans over its decision to accept the request to deploy about 1,000 police officers to Haiti for a law and order mission, an uproar that would see the matter land in court.
Thank you, Chair.
And Interior Cabinet Secretary Kindiki summoned by the National Assembly Security Committee to shed more light on the deployment of the Kenya police in Haiti.
What should be the plans of replacing the officers to take up the duties of the officer that could be going to Haiti?
I see the potential of troops deploying under Article 6, not really Article 7. Not peacekeeping, but peace enforcement.
Members of the National UN Security Council, none of them opposed. There were only 2 members that abstained, Russia and China. And even the abstentions were not opposed to the deployment or the leadership of Kenya in the mission.
Members of the committee questioned why the government is too fast to deploy police officers in Haiti, yet the country is still grappling with insecurity issues.
What can we tell Kenyans, because they are extremely curious on this issue? They are wondering whether their loved ones will come back safe.
My concern about taking even our soldiers to Haiti was why take them when we have problems here?
Before deployment is done, the matter in court should be heard and determined. That's it. It has not said nobody should talk about it. It has not said we should not prepare for it. It has not said we should not train.
This even as the ODM party termed the decision to deploy as ill-advised, opportunistic and undermining the spirit of Pan-Africanism. In a press statement, the Orange Party said the Haiti situation poses no threat to the country's security, thus no need for deploying officers, and further questioned why Kenya accepted the request without approval from Parliament and United Nations.
The National Security Council will transmit the request to Parliament, and the executive have no control on what Parliament decides. If Parliament decides on the contrary, that is an outcome of democratic processes.
The Cabinet Secretary assured that the deployment of officers would not be done until all the diplomatic and legal requirements are met, even as the government sends a second assessment team for a fact-finding mission ahead of deployment.
When the request was made, we put a condition that we cannot allow deployment as Kenya unless it has legal backing of the United Nations Security Council.
Before we make a decision to deploy, there is a lot of planning. And that's why we said send very senior officers to Haiti to assess the situation there.
Kindiki further revealed that the cost of the mission in Haiti would be met by the United Nations Security Council, while the recruitment of officers would be competitive. Kenya is expected to deploy 1,000 officers out of the 2,500 officers that were required, with the mandate of the mission being 1 year. Jamaica, Antigua, and Bahamas are among the other countries sending police officers for the multinational security support mission in the Caribbean nation. Brenda Zeda, KTN News.
The Environment Court